What's up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of BoomJamGaming with Pathfinder, Kingmaker. Been gone for a hot minute. Busy week. But, Alright, just had to make sure that I could find myself so I can monitor myself. Alrighty, we're back. Anyway. So been a minute. Just been kind of tired. Kind of very tired, honestly. As I'm sure you can hear. Today, I got my first blood plague shot. And I'm not really experiencing too much. I think I'm a little groggier than usual. And I guess my arm is a little more sore, but I did just work out a couple days ago, and it was already sore before I got the shot. It's just now a little more sore. And it's one of my arms is disproportionately sore despite doing the same amount of work. So I can say with certainty that it is related to jacking off. To the needle. No, because it's not my JO arm.
I love that you said it that way.
Yeah. I can say with some certainty that it is shot related. Oh, there was a trap. Wonderful. That's exactly what we needed, was more web traps. What sucks is I can't, like, burn through the webbing. Everyone through here eventually. Obviously, they were not built by the kobolds.
Why does it only come in a big size?
Why does what only come in a big size?
It's funfetti coffee creamer. So it's funfetti cake flavored.
Ah.
But it only comes in the really big container.
Now here, I believe, is where the skeletons are. So I very much need to make sure that my girl here is all healed up. Because otherwise, we're fucked. I have an idea. I was hoping that that would just work. They're almost through. Valerie tries to use combat maneuver grapple against trap and fails. Why would grappling the web help you, Valerie? I love you and I think you're super cool and you've got like a really interesting characterization, but that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. She thought she was going to grapple with webbed flooring, and that was going to get her out. Come on, Arthur. Come on, me. I am now the only one trapped in there. Anyway, today's been quite a day for me. Just get out of the thing. Can't these athletics checks go faster? I need to check more better for traps to avoid this exact thing. Now he's just standing there reading. I would like to mention I did get a little app today that's pretty fun. It's for making like D&D characters. It's called Reroll. I'm not being sponsored by them, but I'd love to be.
Hashtag sponsor us.
Hashtag sponsor us. Hashtag brand deal. But Reroll is this neat little app where you can put together like a 16-bit representation of your character that actually has a whole bunch of options and stuff. I like it a lot. I started with the free version, and a few minutes later I was like, yeah, I could do the whole version of this. It's on sale. It's on sale right now. Just find a way to tell them that I sent you, and then maybe they'll maybe we can do like an actual brand deal. Because I would love to be sponsored by them, because I'd like to pump up that product. I have already made several characters, including this one. Because this guy looks close to how he is in my head, but what I was able to make in their character creator was a lot closer. And because it's 16-bit, it leaves just enough to the imagination. Like, just enough to the imagination. That, like, I don't know, it was nice. Good. I'm glad you're not afraid. Inspire some courage. I am gonna need you to rage. I am gonna need you to enlarge this barbarian, because this is like the hardest fight down here. Because these got dang skeletons. Booyah. I think we did it. I'm not sure if that was all the skeletons. It was.
I was like just wondering if you had done that.
Nope. Forgot. Anyway.
Tony said to shoot him a message every time we go live.
Yeah.
So I just messaged him.
Well, I'm glad that you did, because I forgot. Fantastic. I think for Tony, you can just send a link to the Discord. Yo, what's up? So here we are again, doing stuff we already did because we got trapped fighting a just an awful thing over and over. Only 6? Come on, you can heal more than that. Centipede time. Closing time. Alright. We already come this way. No, we did not. It's hard to tell what we've already done and what we haven't done just because of having died. And giving myself like a week to cool off. This kobold has literally been bitten in half. That sucks. Really sucks for him. Hidden from prying eyes. I swore we've been here. Recently. Oh yeah, no, wait, we did get killed. We did get killed. And that's why I'm having trouble remembering. Because this is the 3rd time we've done some of this stuff. So we did died. Maybe even the 4th time. Obviously my ability to remember things is questionable. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, I got my blood plague shot. And I can feel a little bit of the soreness, but it's building off of soreness that was already there. And I'm feeling a little bit drowsy, but I'm already naturally prone to being tired because I'm just tired all the time. Depression will do that to you. So really the symptoms aren't that bad. I actually have a pretty good immune system. Maybe even a slightly overactive immune system. Because I know I've got to be allergic to something in the air. It took me many years to admit it. I'm allergic to something, I just don't know what. Maybe pollen. Because I realize, like, other people's noses can't possibly be stuffed all the time the way that mine is. Holy shit. This thing is screwing us pretty bad. Is this how we died last time? Yeah, and I know they injected it into the muscle, but what was weird is I was expecting the shot to hurt more. And it, like, didn't. Oh, God damn. We're in some dire straits. We only have so much time. Like the shot itself, yes, it was definitely directly into the muscle. It was over like that. I felt almost no pain at all, actually. which is pretty good because I think the only thing that I can remember about shots is a particularly painful shot that I had when I was like 7. Because I expect all shots to feel like that, and most of them don't. I don't know what that shot was. I just know that it hurt. Of course, I think I've experienced more bodily pain since then. So I think my brain has a much better handle on what actually hurts and what doesn't. It's like if you've just never been injured, any injury feels awful. But if you've been injured several times, it's like, well, this isn't so bad. On the one hand, I want to get out of here while we're still alive. On the other hand, I really want to explore all this so I don't have to come back. Yeah, no, I was very purposefully just chatting with the, I believe she was the nurse, when I was getting my shot, and just trying not to really look or think about it. Because I'm not into that. I don't like being in pain. No hint of the depths. Yeah. Like I said, I don't like needles. But I think it really is just because of the one bad shot when I was a child.
I've always really hated needles, but I've gotten a lot better now that I'm an adult and I get tattooed and pierced. It's really helped. Like, it's still, like, the idea of, like, getting shots and stuff, like, grosses me out. But, like, I'm probably gonna get tattooed for, like, 2 hours in a few days, so...
Yeah. What do you mean,
She's like, it's gonna be, like, at least 2 hours. She's like, maybe 3. I'm like,
What day is that again?
Tuesday.
Okay. I mean, I know I took the day off, not that it matters anymore, because my job is no longer open on Tuesdays. But... which is smart, you know?
Yeah,
Especially...
your job is keeping, like, actual, like, bar, like, certain, like, bar hours now.
Yeah, it's smart. I think it's... Oh, God. That's a lot of centipedes.
Oh, God, big centipedes.
I mean, none of them are the goddamn gargantuan one that fucked us up so bad. I tried to donate blood once, and it started hurting too much about halfway through for me to continue. And I just have, like, kind of small veins, it turns out.
Oh, you need the little tiny baby needles?
Yeah, I legit need the baby needles, but by the time they figured that out,
it already hurt you too much.
It had already hurt too much, and I was not keen on continuing the process. And I'd given half a bag of blood, which sucks. I was going to use that as an opportunity to find out what my actual blood type is. I don't actually know, and I should know.
I really hope that's not a genetic thing.
What?
Like the tiny little veins?
No. I mean, maybe. So many things are.
Because I have that too.
Oh, good. Then our kids are going to have small-ass veins.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, dear God, I hope it's not genetic.
There's nothing wrong with that. It means we'll bleed out slower. Probably. True, I suppose I could donate if I want to. I hate needles, and the last time I did it hurt. So I'm averse. I'm averse to it. Even to selling plasma. Because never forget that we live in a capitalist hellscape where legitimate financial advice is sell your plasma so that you can pay your bills. Like, we live in a country that actually gives sell your blood as advice to your financial woes. And somehow, we're the bad guys for pointing it out. I'm sorry, that was a bit of a rant.
Damn. I have to go through and find all my favorite emojis now.
I hope you're right about the size of my kids' veins, honestly. I hope that they are indeed small enough to kill someone with the blood pressure if someone ever cuts them. I think that'd be rad. That'd be rad as shit. My kids having weaponized blood, I'd love it. That's like an added layer of protection. I think you mean brilliant.
Stop giving him these ideas.
It's not like they're ideas that I can implement. They're only ideas I can hope for. That's not a condition I can implement on my children. It's just a defense mechanism that I hope they can maybe naturally have. Like weaponize, yeah.
Are most likely going to be allergic to a lot of things, have trouble breathing.
Well, I just want them. Well, I just want them to have weaponized blood and a carapace, maybe. All right. I want my kids to be safe because I'm a good father. Might watches you angrily and hisses.
Oh.
Might hisses again, furiously gesturing towards the exit. Now, I know that I can get treasure from him, but I think I'd feel like an asshole if I killed him. If he wants to live down here amongst the centipedes by himself, I'm going to let him.
So, these two different ladies came in to work today, and they both had kids with them. I was laughing because one lady had 2 girls and a boy, and the other lady had 2 boys and a girl, and they were like around the right age.
Ooh, trophies.
And I was laughing because she was wearing a shirt that said Cheer Mom, and she had like the older girl whose name was on the Cheer Mom shirt was like the dorkiest little chunky cheerleader. I was like, "Oh, you're the little chunky one. Come here, you're so cute." But she was weird as fuck. She would come up and she would stand in front of me. She was probably like 8. And she would come up and she would stand in front of me and look up at me and go cross-eyed while I was talking to her mom.
That's
really
funny.
Like, God damn it. I was like, I don't want to laugh because then the kid wins. I was like, don't break. Just continue measuring this lady for a bra and...
No, laugh. Humor the kid. Especially if the kid's being fucking funny. Would that be considered a superpower? I think so. I hope so. I want my kids to have superpowers.
I mean, they'll probably be able to see it.
I mean, maybe. If ghosts are real, I'm sure that that's true. But I want them to have a more noticeable superpower. Like pressurized blood and a carapace. We literally do all want our kids to have superpowers. I don't understand the anti-mutant sentiment in the Marvel Universe sometimes. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, your kid was born with badass superpowers and is the next stage of human evolution? I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, that is kind of dumb. I think it's just that it's...
I know that it's supposed to be an allegory. Yeah. For, you know...
But the thing is, at the same time, you know if, like, all of these, like, quarantine babies that are happening right now, you know if this generation of kids to come has some sort of mutation that makes them different, it will, like, people will freak out about it.
Oh, totally.
And, like, X-Men will happen in real life.
It would be a hilarious way to become a serial killer. But all I'm saying is, and another thing that I have a problem with the treatment of mutants in Marvel is that people like superheroes in the Marvel Universe. They like, most people, J. Jonah Jameson doesn't, but most people like Spider-Man. People love Iron Man and Thor, and even Hulk has fans, even though, you know, Hulk is seen more as a natural disaster than a hero most of the time. But, like, all those superheroes, people love them. They just don't like it if you're born with your superpowers. They like it better if your superpowers came to you from, like, a science accident. That guy fell into a vat of radioactive redundancy, and now he can skip back in time a few seconds, and whatever. I don't know. And people be like, "Oh, that's really cool." Hey, look, this kid was born with the X gene, and when he turned 13, he discovered he could go back in time a few seconds. Burn him at the stake. But you gotta do it fast, otherwise he'll go back a couple of seconds. All I'm saying is that's how it is. You can take two Marvel superheroes that have the exact same powers, and if one of them is a mutant and one of them fell into a vat of radioactive chemicals, the one who fell into the vat of radioactive chemicals is going to be accepted. Now, here's the kicker. If that person with superpowers has a child and the child inherits superpowers, making them a mutant by default, that kid's going to get shit on for having superpowers. Not their parents. Just them. People love the Fantastic Four, but if someone was born with Ben Grimm's rock skin, then that person's a problem. Like, literally, Colossus is a prettier version of what the Thing is, you know? And he can turn his on and off. And people are... Oh, damn it. I should have tried to undo that trap. Whatever, if we die here, we auto-saved as we came out. Where was I going with this? My point is, in the Marvel Universe, it just... I love the Marvel Universe. Don't take anything I'm saying as like, oh, this guy hates Marvel. No, I do love Marvel. I just have a problem with...
people who have a problem with naturally occurring mutations.
Yeah, I just have a problem with how Marvel has to handle the X-Men for the sake of the story. That being said, I suppose it does highlight the hypocrisy of bigotry.
I mean, that's literally what it's done as, but...
I know, it just doesn't feel like that all the time. It just feels like all these people are superheroes, but because these people were born superheroes, we're mad about it. But yeah, no, you have a point, Steele. Yeah, someone could technically understand how the science accident happened versus, you know, whatever.
Naturally occurring mutations.
Exactly. Here's my thing, though, right? Tony Stark is a genius, all right? Like, he is a genius. And that isn't a problem. But if it was discovered he had the X gene, and the X gene was responsible for his genius, public perception within the Marvel Universe would turn against Tony Stark. Because now he's a mutant, and that's what makes him super smart. It's a lot of thylacines.
And you would think that it would be the other way around. Like, if people want to be like...
Yeah, you think people would be happy that people would be born with super genius.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, God gave them something special.
Yeah, and yet it's always the super religious people in the Marvel Universe that really hate mutants.
Yeah, it's like, you're hating on God's
idea
of coolness?
Yeah, you're hating on what is literally an act of God, you know? What better way is there to describe the X Factor to a religious person than an act of God? Oh, no, and like I said, I get the allegory. It's just, sometimes it's a little hard to swallow.
I mean, when the leader of the X-Men and the leader of, I can't remember what they're called right now, the thing that Magneto does.
The Brotherhood of... They used to be the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Now they're just the Brotherhood of Mutants. Because Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was a little on the nose, and we're getting to a point as a society where we're like, you know what, I think Magneto was correct.
But when the leaders of those two factions are literally based on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, yeah, you know that X-Men is kind of, about racism.
Yeah. Died of an unknown cause. Look at it. Hey, look. Maybe we could bunk here for the night.
Don't do it. The last fucking thing we need is for you to get stuck here again.
We're not even all level 4 this time, which means I do have to go back down into those catacombs.
Like, you get the fuck away from here.
I mean, it kind of disproves God, but at the same time, people in the Bible had superpowers given to them by God all the time.
And
like,
you know what? They killed them too.
No. Samson was a hero. He was killed by the enemies of Judea. That's who killed Samson.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. Well, Jesus was also superpowered, and you're right. People did kill him.
I watched a video of this one girl, and when I showed it to my brother, he got kind of mad about it, and I was like, shut up, it's true. Where it is a girl who's talking about how religious people go on about witchcraft being evil and gross, and she was like, literally, like, the things that you guys do is even weirder than what we do. It's like, you guys literally eat something that is supposed to be the body of the person you worship, and you drink what is supposed to be his blood.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's Christian.
That's weird.
It's fine.
I don't eat anything that belongs to her.
I mean, they can't see you pointing. I can see you pointing.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm making my point. I'm pointing at my altar of the Egyptian goddess I worship.
okay, yeah, but at the same time, like, we reading the Bible, like, but those are heroes, and it sure is a shame that they got killed. So, I get it. It's supposed to be about the hypocrisy of things. It's just, there's times when it's hard to swallow, you know?
Giggity.
As like a person. There are times when I just have difficulty
Swallowing?
accepting the narrative because it's stupid.
At least the dogs finally stopped barking.
A dueling sword.
Yeah, so that's a fun little thing that happened. I got home from work and we had dinner. I wanted Popeyes. So we had Popeyes, and then I had to run out to run an errand for a fun thing.
We were gone for half an hour.
Yeah. We literally were gone for half an hour. And I feel like not even half an hour.
I'm giving them ample time.
You're like, I'm giving them more credit. We came home. Puppies are very excited to see us, running around, crying, and then I walk into the kitchen and realize there's a box missing from the counter. I find said box on the floor with a distinct lack of chicken inside of it. These dogs ate a 10-piece
Chicken tender.
chicken tenders, just the two dogs, because it was a 12-piece, and Boom and his brother each had one, and I had gotten a different thing. So
I had also gotten a different thing, but yeah, I had eaten one chicken tender. And so
those two little mongrels ate all that chicken. My dog is allergic to chicken. So tomorrow,
he's going to pay for
is
it.
going to be red and itchy.
And it won't stop him from eating chicken in the future because he's just that dumb.
My baby is special.
He's dumb as fuck.
He really is. This morning, Boom was taking me to work, and we took the dog with us because everyone else was still asleep, and he'll cry because we've left him home alone.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in the car with us, looking around all happy, and I decided to roll down one of the windows a little bit so that he could sniff because we were at a red light. I rolled down the window, he heard me roll down the window, and then proceeded to run to the closed window on the other side.
Yeah, he went to try and look out the other window. Not the one we'd opened for him, no. The other one. Now, if that's not enough, remember, we took him with us. Right? Like, we took him with us so that he wouldn't be whining and crying and freaking the hell out when I got home. When we got home, we came upstairs, he and I, to come into my room so I could just chill while I waited for her to get out of work, because I only get so much alone time, you know? And I actually spend a lot of it sleeping. Because then I know that I can be sleeping without anyone waking me up. Just joking.
You told me to wake you up before 11.
I told you to wake me up at 10:30 if I hadn't already woken up.
No, but like for regular days, you've told me to wake you up before 11 so that you don't oversleep.
Anyway, so what's important about that is when we got up to my room, he started whining and crying as if he hadn't seen me in an hour, waking up my roommate immediately. Like, he started whining and crying. No, he started whining and crying, and I got him calmed down and put in my room, and I was just kind of annoyed because I'm like, ugh, this dog. But I love him. The thing is, I have a weighted blanket. I put that on top of him, and I tried to keep him nice and calm and nice and steady, and made sure he was nice and relaxed. And then I went to go to the bathroom. I was gone for less than a minute when he started barking as loud as he could from inside my room. That's when he woke up my roommate. For sure.
Which really, at that point...
Because he yelled, "Shut up, idiot." And I didn't disagree.
Which at that point, when you came in, you should have gone to the bathroom and he would have sat outside.
Yeah, I know.
Or better yet, have just taken him in the bathroom with you.
No, I don't want to.
He just sits there and stares at the door waiting to go out.
I don't care if I just wanted to poop in peace. He needs to be broken of the idea that he needs to come with you to the bathroom.
I don't mind him going with me to the bathroom.
Well, it bothers me.
And he doesn't follow me to the bathroom every time, though, because he'll either stay in here with you, and even in the morning when I get up, he goes and does his own fucking thing while I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but he doesn't really do his own fucking thing. The thing is, I was afraid that if I left him alone, he was going to go into the open room where the cat box is so he could find the cat's hidden treats that the cat buries in the sand in the box. You know, those treats.
Yes, because our dogs love those treats. I love that Sarah hasn't learned, though. As sick as she got that one time, you would think that she would have learned, but no.
No, she did learn for a while. I think that once Pooter got here and started doing it, she was like, maybe it's okay for me to do it again. No, I know why dogs do that. Believe me, I do. My problem with Pooter is it doesn't matter what you're doing. He cannot be left on his own. He just can't. He cannot handle being by himself.
He's just never had to be in a situation where he's been alone. I got him when he was 8 weeks old, and ever since then, he's never been alone. Because where I lived before, my mom did not work because she was disabled. My grandma is almost 100, and my aunt was retired. I was the only one in that house working. So even when I went to work, there was at least 3 other people there to watch him. And it was only like maybe once or twice he's ever been left alone. And it was only for like an hour. And he was traumatized those times too.
Yeah, but like he has my brother. My brother lives here. My brother does not yet work. We're looking for employment for him. But he does not work yet. He does not have a job. He is there. He's right there to watch after the dog. But the dog acts as if we've all abandoned him forever and ever. If we leave him alone. I was gone for half an hour. Or I was gone for like an hour earlier after spending all day with him to go get the blood plague shot.
And he still at work.
And she was still at work, and he acted like he hadn't seen me all day.
Because you were gone forever and you were never coming back.
Like he is the most anxious dog I have ever met. He does not know how to be a dog. He's completely and utterly...
Yeah. I bought him off of a bunch of frat guys, and I know they did something to him. Because he's also very afraid of men who aren't Vince.
Yeah, he is very afraid of guys that aren't me. He took to me really fast. He took to Josh almost right away, but Josh and I look and sound alike. And probably smell alike to him because we are, we share blood and live together.
Yeah.
So.
Whereas our roommate, he just started liking last week.
Yeah.
He's been living here since February. And the other day was the first time our roommate came home, and the dog was like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you." And even then, yesterday, he barked at him because he stood up a little too fast. And he was like, "Oh dear god, it's threatening." But yes, my dog is an anxious ball of nerves.
C'est what? He's not too old. He just turned 2.
Yeah, he just turned 2.
I know you can't teach old dogs new tricks, but he is not an old dog.
He's like in the stage where you can actually teach them to do stuff. You can teach dogs like the basics when they're puppies, but like most tricks and things, you have to wait till they're older. And also I think he's doing better, like, when we come home, because he doesn't freak out for as long.
Yeah, he is getting a little bit better. I'll give him that credit.
And also, now he has another dog to play with and run around with.
Yeah.
And he gets walks, and so he has something to do with a lot of his extra energy.
That is accurate.
So he is getting better. It's still pretty bad. Like tomorrow, we'll have people over, and he will have to be mildly drugged.
Yeah. She gives the dog drugs.
I give the dog CBD treats that calm him when we have people over, so that he does not bark the whole time. And his eyes get all glazed over and he gets really happy. It's really cute.
I gave him one when I left to go to the doctor's office, by the way. I was trying to get him...
To chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Should have bought potions. I should have sold stuff.
Maybe you can find
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to autosave 2 because I legitimately meant to sell all that extra stuff. Aw.
What?
That's really sad. His brother has a puppy that can't be left alone or he will whine like he is in pain, because when he was actually a puppy, he's 13 now, he was very, very, very sick. And he was sick long enough that he just can't be without a person now.
Aww.
That's different. Also sad, but different than the problem we have with our dog.
With Pooter.
Pooter. The problem with Pooter is he's a piece of shit.
That didn't have a P in it.
Does now.
Stupid.
The problem with Pooter is he's a dumb garbage boy. And I love him. I do. I just also kind of hate him sometimes. Just because he's exhausting. I really love him, but oh my god, he takes all of my energy. Some days. He just...
He also does better, like, if we put him out in the hallway and close the door.
Yeah.
He's like, he'll come and scratch, and he's like, let me in. And I'm like, no, go away. And he's like, okay.
But, like, I'm never truly alone when I'm left alone. Because he can't function on his own. He's like, everything is bad all the time when no one's here because no one loves me. He believes that no one loves him. Which is weird because we all love him so much.
I know, this dog gets so much love and attention, and he's so spoiled.
He is the most spoiled. The most spoiled dog I've ever met.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, because you've met Snickers, too. Snickers is the most spoiled dog.
That may be, but I don't live with Snickers.
Yeah.
Snickers...
My mom used to take me to 3 or 4 stores looking for the specific treats that Snickers would eat, and my mom couldn't sleep unless she gave Snickers those treats. So guess who had to go to the store and find them? And if that meant going to half a dozen stores in town to find them, we were going to do that. When Snickers went through a bone obsession and she didn't want those other treats, they had to be a specific kind of rawhide. We did that. Then my mom found out rawhide wasn't good for her. So we switched it to a different kind of treat that also became hard to find. So who is the most spoiled dog you live with?
Fair.
Snickers is the most spoiled dog you've ever met.
Okay. But since I don't live with her, it's not really a problem. Yes, no, the fact that the dog you're talking about is starting to go blind is, in fact, one of the saddest things I've ever heard. It's just, it's just sad. It's sad.
Do you like bagels?
I guess. I didn't realize I was carrying that many pounds of hides. Ooh, a ruby. It's worth a lot. Look at all this treasure I was just running around with. Stand in the sky. Rope. Pocket mirror. Potatoes. It's not even about how much money I'm making. What is wrong with you people?
A doctor has yet to determine that.
Wait, did I ever get the moon radishes? I did. I need to talk to what's his fuck. I need like another bag of holding.
You need a bag of holding to put the bag of holding in.
No, that would explode. Be very bad for me. Look at all the money I'm making.
Was it that one story that we listened to? Was it a bag of holding or a handy haversack that they turned inside out?
Bag of holding. A handy haversack would be much more difficult to turn inside out. Because of all the compartments.
I'm gonna take a wild guess at.
Ooh.
Evil inmates. Oh, so this all comes back to the dogs are punished.
Yeah, the dogs are being punished right now. They're outside. Because they're bad. Maybe I should buy this belt of giant strength to give to one of my two frontliners. Unfortunately, he only has one. But I can also get this belt of Constitution. Give one to her and give one to her.
You mean you don't want to get a ring of invincibility?
Yes, the cursed ring of invincibility. The ring itself was invincible. The wearer thought they were invincible. The wearer was not, in fact, invincible. Alright, so let's see. Her strength is 14. Her strength is 16. Her con is 16. Her con is 19. Okay. So what I can do is I will give her the belt of strength, because that'll even her out with her, And I can give her the Constitution, and that'll make her more like her. Yes. This works. Right, boom. So that's more strength for Valerie. Boom, more Constitution for dearest Amiri. Amulet of the Mighty Fists. Right, well, we don't have a monk. Show me your wares, Oleg. How come the copper rings have their own? They're all exactly the same. Small coating problems. Elven curved blade. I had to see if, because I know that some of these older things, it was like elves can just use elven weapons or whatever. So if you slapped the word elf on a weapon, an elf was like, yeah, I can use it, even if it's not, like, for my class. Anyway, yes, moon radishes. Can I help you in any way? Spiders in the cave are mean. I also need a bucket of moon rashes. Why do you need? Right, I'll try to help. These tasks of yours. This. Respected here. Thank you so much. Cool. 200 gold and 150 experience. What is it you wanted me to do? Cave filled with spiders, red berries I call fang berries grow inside. I should go. Sweet, I think we all leveled up. Okay. I'm gonna dual class into Paladin. I'm just joking. Dual class into Magus. No, I'm just gonna take Wizard all the way. I don't like dual classing. Like as a person. Okay, I have 1 point. I think I'm going to put it in Charisma, because I am going to be a king, and I think I'm going to need Charisma as a person.
In this world, he doesn't get to have his beautiful half-orc love.
Nope. Knowledge Arcana. Persuasion. Use a magic device. And Perception.
Hey, the yogurt place at the outlet mall is hiring.
That's neat. Okay. I do like Burning Arc. That seems like a nice one. And I'm caught between Blur and Bear's Endurance. Or between Blur and Bull Strength.
I forgot to tell you some exciting news that I saw this morning.
Okay.
Apparently, Dead by Daylight is going to be releasing a new chapter to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil.
Oh. Is it going to be Nemesis?
That's what I was thinking.
It's either going to be Nemesis or Mr. X.
Nemesis, Mr. X, or one of those god-awful things that looks like a person with no skin.
A liquor?
Yes.
That could be fun.
I'm not sure what it's going to be. As soon as I saw it, it started going through my head.
So what do you guys think? There's a lot of good spells I could choose here. Blur, blindness, uh, acid arrow, which is like okay, I guess. Bull strength, bone shaker. Oh God. Oh, that's horrific.
What?
I kind of love it. I mean, you take control of a target living creature's skeleton. The creature has its skeleton rattle within its flesh, causing grievous harm. Target takes 3d6 points of damage plus 1d6 additional points per 2 caster levels. That is horrible. He does already have a stabby thing built into him. This is true.
There are some things that people make in the air fryer that make absolutely no sense. This guy just made some sort of piece of French toast in the air fryer that would have taken him the same amount of time to make on the stove.
Then again, blindness might be pretty good. I don't know. This is a tough one.
I mean, true.
Summon monster 2. Summon small elemental.
This is something I'm gonna have to get used to. So it says, pulled from Christopher Lee's Wikipedia page. Witnessed the last public execution in France using the guillotine. Almost married Swedish royalty, was even given permission by the King of Sweden. The inspiration for James Bond was written by his cousin, Ian Fleming. He is most likely the inspiration for James Bond.
Yep.
The only member of the Lord of the Rings cast to have actually met Tolkien. And played in a heavy metal band.
Yep.
Also, what I think is so amazing about him is there are missions that he performed
that are still not.
That are still deemed top secret. And the only person who really knows what he did that's still alive is the Queen of England. Everyone else who knows is dead. And it makes me wonder, is it for a reason? Or were they just all old?
They were just all old.
He did things on behalf of the Queen of England.
You know, I'm going to go with blindness. I think blindness might be a good spell to have. Because it doesn't really specify that the creature has to be alive. Now let's go ahead and level everyone else up. Okay. back we go. Wait, no, before I go, gotta buy potions. Because we are running low. What do you have? Okay. That'll do. And
Oh dear God, why? Why? It's just... It's like, hey, hey. And he sticks his head in the car and he can't get him out.
it's really funny. Anyway. Okay, now we can go. But I need to make sure before we go. Seriously? Well, that's 300 gold I'm not getting back. It's fine. Oh, cool, we spotted the enemies. Yes, yes, blood for Gorham. Ha. I like fire. Let's try Ray of Enfeeblement. My metamagics. I don't actually know how to use. Whatever. It's not important. A lot of enemies on the road. Bandit Necromancer. Seems like a little much. I like that it's the same environment. It's smart that they just have environments that kind of correspond to sort of where you are. I think it's a good thing.
Oh, also, I just now started reading the comments on the stream because the laptop is all the way on his side of the bed because it's charging and I can't see it. So I just saw Tony's question of which Egyptian goddess. It's the goddess Bastet.
No, not a bandit romancer, a bandit necromancer.
So they just romance the neck.
No. It's not remotely what that means.
It was just fun to say.
I hate all of you. No, I'm just joking.
Nah.
Alright, back to the caves. This time we're gonna go in through the might end of things. Because might makes right. Anyway,
Guy dressed as Bill Clinton.
guy dressed like Bill Clinton. Yeah. Anyway, go back in here. Jesus Christ, we're overloaded. I didn't realize there was so much fucking garbage. So what we're gonna do, look at all the crap we just picked up. We're gonna drop it here somewhere where we're not planning on spending too much time. But why pick up that stuff at all? Because I had a more empty pockets. And I knew that we could just, get her done. Indeed. That's certainly how I play video games, especially RPGs. Fantastic. Warrior Queen Bada. Okay. Now let's go ahead and check our journal. We have 23 days left. Not a lot of time. Is there anything left down there, do you think? Wait, no, I remember there's a mite somewhere around here. Kobold go tunnel and fall his own trap, ha ha ha. Boo. My flea joke better to you. Joke bad, hit joker. Kobold go pest bush, see scale tail, poke it knife. It one more kobold. Like I said, he is a kobold stand-up comedian, and he is bombing. Fucking sucks. He's a bad comedian. I don't remember which of these mites wanted the thing. I remember one of these mites wanted the spider things that I picked up already. I just don't remember which one. Is it you? Too weak, no catch one squirrel. Maybe they all did. Highly unlikely. Mite butcher. You talk queen, queen no talk, queen no let in. Just gonna take all that. Old fashioned loot and scoot. The buggers around here. I don't even know if it's anti-humor. I feel like he's just bad at jokes. I don't think he's smart enough to get anti-humor. Could you find out where the mite is that I'm supposed to get the spider fangs to? Thank you, dear. Like, that's such a bizarrely specific question that it should truly only be should answering this, you know? Okay, now we've explored the shit out of this place, I think. Any other places I missed? Or did we get it all? Did we get the golden frog statue? No, we didn't. The frogs murdered us. So here's the frog statue. um, wait. Let's all get over here as a family. Sunlight and darkness. There's so much hope in this. I'm a cleric. And now. Oh, that's not great. I should have remembered just how badass these toads were. Well, the thing is, I feel like for anti-humor to work, the teller of the joke has to know how humor works.
I don't think that's what you're looking for.
I used the wrong fucking spell. Yay, we did it. That's why we bought a shit ton of potions.
Mandible jewelry? Question mark?
Yes.
Okay. It says return to the gatekeeper. Give her the mandibles.
The gatekeeper, okay.
Yeah, because this is what it says. It's a short.
Might gatekeeper, okay. Still, it's just as well we came down here because I did need the golden toad. And by need, I mean wanted. I don't know if there's a quest associated with this.
It's like need is a strong word.
We should probably find out if there's a quest associated with it.
Also, auto save right here. Just in case.
Nah, we're fine. We're fine. I don't think this place has any dangers left. Gets wiped out. What could possibly go wrong? Never, ever ask that.
Yep.
The DM could hear you. Oh my god.
My mom says after her divorce, she learned to stop saying that.
What could possibly go wrong? That was Timmy Turner's catchphrase.
That or what else?
What else? Oh, by the way, again, just so that now that we actually have people, active listeners, as opposed to people in the future who I was talking to earlier, Reroll, fun app, check it out. You can get it for free, and you can buy the full version. There are no in-app ads or anything like that. I'm pushing for that brand deal. Here's hoping they discover me. Just add this to the search terms. Reroll. But it's a really cool character sheet app that, unlike most character sheet apps, lets you create a 16-bit representation of your character with a lot of different art selections when it comes to like choosing different hairs and outfits and things like such as that. Gatekeeper Quaggy. Quaggy rhymes with froggy. I wonder if she also wants the frog statue. Probably not, though. Lies ahead. Do you know where the thing is? I get this broken passage. Here are the mandibles you asked for. Bridge hoist part. Take bridge lever. Brave ally. I say no one. You take treasure. Let's go. Farewell. Cool, but does the golden frog have any quest use? That's the real question. Also, I'm not really sure what these bridge parts that I've got. Wait. Somewhere down in the mines, I remember now, there is a cart that I couldn't use, but I have a mine lever. So I guess we're going back down in there. Oh, hello. Other parts of the Kobold dungeon. Neat. This pile of garbage seems to be the Mite's sorting center. Hell yeah. All those beautiful things we just got. I am a fan of stuff. Can't seem to find a quest for the golden toad? Okay.
Yeah, no, literally the thing that I'm reading, the top comment says, from everything I've read in the comments, it's junk. Like a golden ring or jeweled amulets. You equip them, but they're meant to be merchant fodder.
Okay. That works for me. As long as there's no quest for it, I will totally sell it. It's just neat that it's like a little unmarked invisible quest.
To get it?
Yeah, to get it. It's like, take the treasure, get attacked by the frogs who really liked that treasure. What, you're saying the frog is equipable?
Oh god, he's gonna attempt to equip the frogs.
Why is it an accessory?
It weighs 10 pounds.
Why is it an accessory? Well, it's made of gold. Who would wear it? Why would it be worn?
How do you wear it is a better question.
I mean, it's got a chain on it? Because it seems to be with the necklace slot.
Okay.
So are you saying that that tiny patch in the middle of this dank cave was Costa Rica?
Yup.
That seems like it'd be offensive to Costa Ricans.
Easy.
Yeah. 2 week no catch squirrel. Maybe they all dead? Probably not. Wouldn't be my first. Ally, come join us. Greeting, ally. Train aim. Get best reward. You play too, yes? Everyone says, I've seen noble, rich, educated people with the same taste in entertainment. Scales and fangs would suit them far better than velvet and satin. Chaotic evil contest. I'm in. Enough, I'll endure this alliance no longer. Can't use a living creature as a target, even an enemy. Let this kobold go. Yes, killing him in battle would be one thing, but like this... Who am I lecturing? They probably don't even know what these words are. But still, thanks for stopping it. You friend our beautiful queen. We listen you. We catch other kobold anyway. You guys are dicks, but at least you let him out. I feel I've performed a good action. I'm a good person. Also, the game feels I've performed a good action. I don't think I've been to this place yet. Cool. Yeah, we got the bridge. Yeah. Back in the days when mites and kobolds lived in peace. Have I been here before? Ooh, a great sword of something. Great sword +1. Wait, no, she can't wield a great sword in one hand. She doesn't have monkey's grip. Or the Pathfinder equivalent.
I'm like, she's not Tareen.
We should leave nature alone. Because then there are other toads that propagated too well. Cane toads over in Australia. Also rabbits. Both cane toads and rabbits are far too prolific. They make a game out of running them over in Australia because they are an invasive species and they are not good. I mean, I guess, but I don't want to do things like we did on Earth because Earth sucks. I just want to be a cool, hot, half-elf wizard who is becoming a king slowly. What I'm saying is rabbits in Australia are also very much a menace. Because rabbits just eat and eat and eat and reproduce and reproduce and reproduce. They're basically unstoppable as a species. You couldn't drive rabbits extinct just because of how prolific they are at reproducing. A concentrated effort would not do it. You'd have to wipe out all life on Earth to wipe out rabbits.
And even then, the rabbits and the roaches would probably still be around.
Rabbits aren't so much a menace in their own native biomes, because then they're generally kept in check. Mostly by foxes and wolves. But there aren't enough dingoes in Australia, apparently, to stop the rabbit population.
Dingo done stole my baby.
Too busy stealing human babies. No, I think we could kill all humans a lot faster than we can kill all rabbits. The thing about humans is we don't have big litters like rabbits do. Some humans pop out a lot of kids, let's make no mistake. But humans don't generally have, 10 plus kids at a time. Like today I learned that Japan, back during World War II, pretty much extincted an entire tribe of people. There is an island now that is completely abandoned by people because the Japanese came in, captured the natives, killed most of them, and there's only a few left, and they just abandoned the island. And it's become mostly a bird watching place now. I can't remember the name of the island. But that's a thing humans did. We could probably extinct ourselves, no problem. Just because we can't replace ourselves as fast as other species do. And in the grand scheme of things, there are only 7 billion of us.
I mean, in the last year, a virus that wasn't supposed to be, quote-unquote, that bad has already killed a decent amount of people.
Yeah, I mean, but
isn't it in the millions worldwide already?
It's only in the millions. It's not. It's not in the billions or anything. But like, I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, it's like it's not that hard. It also has given us the. It's shown us that people are really that fucking selfish that they would put themselves over the greater good.
Yep.
And that is why so many people have died.
Yeah, because some people just couldn't stay home for 2 weeks and encouraged other people not to do it. Oh, but what about the economy? If your economy cannot handle 2 weeks of no one doing anything, you don't have a good economy and you're a weak country.
Like, did you see what they did in New Zealand? They pretty much eradicated the disease.
Yeah,
they were closed for months.
Yeah, exactly. And New Zealand had a strong enough economy to make that happen. Because New Zealand treats its people better.
Yep.
Well, but wealth redistribution is a good thing. It means that the poor are less poor and the rich are less rich, which is good. That's what we want. Because your chances of being rich without being born into without being born into wealth are astronomically low. If you're voting for rich people, it's because they've successfully convinced you that you could somehow be one of them. You can't. If you are alive right now, and you are not already part of the 1%, like weren't born into it, you're not going to be. You just won't. You know?
Unless you can come up with some sort of billion-dollar idea that everyone decides they need.
The only, either you have to have an amazing patent and not have a big company kill you over it, or you have to be a phenomenal entertainer. Like, you have to come up with a book series that takes off. You have to be Robert Downey Jr. And Robert Downey Jr. had a head start in life because Dad's an actor too. So Robert Downey Jr. doesn't count. J.K. Rowling may be a transphobe, but she is a kind of rags to riches success story. But she also lived in a country that supports its poor people. So she was down on her luck and not doing great, but she was still okay. Had she been in America, she might have been homeless and dead in the streets before she could have ever written down Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Again, I'm mad at J.K. Rowling for being transphobic, and I hope that maybe she learns someday and honestly issues an apology and changes how she is. But, by the same token,
she's still a good author.
She's still an amazing author of a pretty amazing series. And that rocketed her up to be an incredibly wealthy and influential person. Yeah, exactly. People in Japan are already used to being sick all the time, and they're used to having pandemic, especially in Tokyo, the most densely populated city on the planet. Bar none. Yeah. They were just like, okay, well, this is how this is going to be, so let's just keep being a little more distant with each other, keep wearing masks, and keep trying to be health conscious.
And I mean, people over there are already ridiculously healthy. Like, they live for so long. Because their diet is so much different than ours.
Yeah. Well, those that don't commit suicide out of stress.
I mean that, yeah.
Yeah,
their suicide rate is ridiculous, but
yeah, their actual health rate is somewhat mitigated by their suicide rate because of their terrible work practices and their insane attempts at success. It's just too much.
They are better than us.
But they're still better than us in a lot of ways.
Nope.
No one can deny that. No one can deny that and remain intellectually honest. Because you absolutely could deny it. You'd just be a liar.
Because, like, in Japan, one of the things that they do is, like, the first like 2 years that kids are in school, they just teach them things about life.
Yeah, you know what's great
They
about?
teach manners and things like
Oh, hey,
that.
look, it's the other side of that barrier that we saw. Um. Anyway, yeah, you know what the great thing about living in America is the boomers got rid of home ec and then made fun of us for not knowing the things that home ec would have taught us. That they A didn't bother to teach us, and B made sure the school system didn't teach us either.
And when he says they, he doesn't actually mean us because we were both raised in households where we were taught how to do those things.
Not true.
No,
I was not taught how to sew.
Right, you learned that.
I learned that in college because I took a theater practicum class, which, by the way, I do recommend. And we are going to go a little long on this episode because A, I'm on a roll as far as my rant, and B, I've been posting so infrequently that I feel like I owe you guys a longer episode. Hey, look, a silver ingot just laying here. Dumbass kobolds and mites don't even know what they got. Damn fools. Okay, we're getting into familiar territory now. But it's places that I don't remember exploring fully. These are some great turf jokes, by the way. I do appreciate them. What would you call it if you if J.K. Rowling went to space?
I don't know.
AstroTurf. What would you call it if she cloned herself and then got into a fight with the clone?
Kinky?
A turf war.
What if it bites me and I die? Then you're poisonous. What if I bite it and it dies? No.
What if it bites me and it dies? Then you're poisonous. What if
it bites itself and I die? That's voodoo?
What if we bite each other and neither of us die? That's kinky.
I love TikTok.
But anyway, reroll is cool. Getting back to an earlier point before I derailed myself. Reroll is cool. I made my barbarian. I made my wizard. I made my... I kind of made my... my artificer, but it's hard to tell that he's an artificer. I put him in plate armor, but I gave him glowy fists to kind of drive home that fact. Because he is a armorer. Because I really like that one. I was going to turn the battlesmith into an armorer.
Isn't that essentially what you're playing tomorrow?
No, actually, I think tomorrow I'm playing an artillerist. Yeah, I'm playing an artillerist for your game. But no, like, when I first designed the character, armorer didn't exist yet, so I was using battlesmith, and with a heavy armor feat, I would have been able to kind of recreate it. But this is far more efficient, and the only thing it cost me was one spell that I really like. Battlesmiths get Conjure Barrage. Armorers do not. But armorers do get Shatter, which I love, so it's kind of an even trade. Plus, armorer gets to have 2 extra infusions active as long as one of those as long as 2 of those infusions are part of their armor. So I do like that. We did already free... Yeah, we did. We already freed Dickhead. Shelving suggests one served as a larder. I would say focus on the other subclasses. As someone who has played Warlock, I want to point out that I would be terrified of homebrew that would add more invocations, because the Warlock already has so many to choose from that people like me have a hard time choosing, because there's so many and a lot of them are just so damn good. Like, I have a hard time choosing Warlock invocations just because there are so many potential options. And I'm like, but I need this one. No, maybe I need this one. It's like I can only have like what is it? 6 of them, 8 of them? I don't remember. I don't remember how many invocations a Warlock gets, but it's never enough. Because there are just so many good ones, and you really do have to choose. Even excluding the ones that are like, not subclass, but pact dependent. Like, you can only take this if you're packed to the chain, or you can only take this if you're packed to the blade, or whatever. Even excluding those, there's too many to choose from. It is so hard to choose. The only one that there were only 2 that were super easy for me to choose. The one that lets you just cast mage armor at will, and the one that gives you Devil's Sight. Those were easy to choose. It is 8 invocations. Cool. It's been a long time since I actually played my Warlock, and the fact that I kind of remembered that, pretty amazing. Okay, I'll give you that every packed item should have at least one. I would say at least one unique invocation. If you're going to go through the trouble of making a subclass for a Warlock, you may as well make one invocation to go with it. I think I also took an invocation that made it so that I don't have to sleep, and that I cannot be put to sleep. Something that my roommate Damon did not like when we were running Curse of Strahd, because he's like, well, you go to sleep anyway. I'm like, first off, Strahd's not really a god. I know that this is his demiplane, but if he was powerful enough to just negate my class feature, how are we even going to fight him? I told him, it's like, look, if you're going to keep rolling to have Strahd appear, I don't think you understand my character. She's going to see Strahd if she's not too busy reading her book. And she's probably not going to say or do anything other than just wave at him and acknowledge him, because she's chaotic neutral. You know? She just does things. Ooh, detect magic at will. I do like that. I loved playing my Warlock, though. Kind of sucked having the limited spells, but it was really nice being the only casting class that just got all your spells back on a short rest. It's like, alright, I have exploded the room. I'm going to take a quick nap. You are definitely a masochist. You're definitely a masochist, making all this extra work for yourself. I'm over here like, I remember one time I asked you, I was like, could you make this class for me? But, you know, it's like, I don't want to put you through too much trouble. But then you made a class for me, and it worked really well. I just wish I'd been smart enough to realize that I should have had you made it for 5e instead of 3.5. Because 3.5 is complicated, and I like running 5e better. Because 5e is just more accessible. Where the fuck am I going? I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. There was a minecart. I just don't remember where it is. So I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know where to find it. And let's make no mistake. I love 3.5. I love Pathfinder. I think they're both fine systems. I just have a couple of problems with them. And I like 5th edition better because I feel more in control and less overwhelmed when I'm playing 5e. Especially like this whole wizard thing is kind of pissing me off. the way that wizards work in Pathfinder, because like I have to memorize a certain amount of the same spell per day if I'm a wizard. That sucks. Whereas innate casters like Ragongar can just fucking ew. Ow. Can just keep casting until their slots are out, but they can do the same spell the whole time if they want, or do one of each of their spells. I have to like plan in advance. I'm like, okay, what spell do I think I need? I hate that shit. 5e is just, it's so much easier. I like 5e. That's why I like that reroll is just inherently 5e. Back to plugging reroll. It's inherently built for 5e, and I appreciate that so much. I mean, it has 3 modes. You know, you can have guided character creation, you can have a character sheet at all, or you can just have or you can just make the art and not worry about the actual character sheet. I like to make the art first and then convert it to a character sheet. And I like to not use the one that's guided by the SRD, because the SRD is limited. Like, the SRD doesn't even have everything that's in the player's handbook. It doesn't even have all the backgrounds.
These are the D10, right?
Yes. Yes, darling. It's like, does it have a 0 or a 10 on it?
They have zeros, I just...
Okay, then yeah, that's a 10. She's over here rolling dice, prepping for her game tomorrow, and I'm a little bit worried because she's looking at the monster manual, and I don't really know what she's going to do. I don't know if she's got in the monster manual. I don't know what page she's open to. It's just, I don't know. I think it'd be so scary. I have no idea. Even though she is starting us at... she's got us at level 12 because it's a one-shot.
It's a one-shot. Everyone's going to be level 12, and we're going to be drunk. Like...
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, it's not like gonna be bad or nothing. It's gonna be fun. And
with your brother playing, it's gonna be bad.
Oh yeah, with my brother playing, it's gonna be bad.
Which is why.
What is he playing?
He still hasn't decided.
Oh God.
He was either gonna be a warlock or a
bard.
A bard, because we were supposed to have a bard, but that person can't come.
Yeah, people aren't just gonna be drunk; they're also gonna be doing other things.
There's going to be other things involved, but we're not going to talk about that because this channel does not promote the sale or consumption of regulated goods. If you want that, go over to my channel.
You want that, go over to her channel. I will say it is a substance that
is not harmful.
Is not harmful
yeah.
at all, and is pretty much legalized. So...
Here where we live.
Here where we live. I will say, though, that I myself will not be partaking because I don't want to.
Yeah. There will be people here that won't be, but...
I will partake when it's legal on a federal level.
Yes.
Not naming anything specific.
Yeah. There's like a little part of me that thought maybe you might have a bite tomorrow.
I considered it, but I don't... I don't want to be the guy that gets my entire restaurant fired.
The thing is, I know a lot of the people you work with. The thing is, anyone that you work with, if they would decide to, everyone's gonna pop.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not gonna be because of you.
No, it's gonna be because of me. As soon as I do it, that's when the raid hits.
No,
that's what's gonna happen.
That's not how.
It's perfectly how it works.
No.
Oh yeah, no, homebrewing for 5e is a lot easier. So really, I wish I'd realized that I wanted to do my homebrew world in 5e, so that when I had you make that class, you could have done it significantly easier. It's just that 5e didn't really have a creature class, as far as I was aware. Like a class that was also a creature. Because 5e has been very good about making... most monster types into playable races. Like you can play as a bugbear.
Big 6.
I still have the original work you did. Yes, you sent it to me. I forget in what format, but since I don't delete emails, Uh, I definitely still have it. Because I don't delete emails. I have a problem.
You don't delete like anything, no?
I don't. Here it is. Here's the thing I was looking for. I ran right by it. Like a asshole. Oh, that's all it did? I feel fucking stupid. I spent half an hour looking for that. I ran by it. Like immediately. Goddamn. Well, I've explored every nook and cranny then. I killed all the big beasts. I killed the big spider. I killed the big centipede. Fuck, man. Alright, time to just go fucking touch the old sycamore with thing and stuff. Okay. I mean, take your time on it. It'll be a long time before I revisit that homebrew. If the people involved in that game even still have their character sheets, it'll just be a matter of converting them to 5e character sheets.
Steel, I'm gonna send you a question.
Questions are bad. Never ask questions, kids. Always do exactly what your elders tell you. They know better. April Fools. Old people are dumb. A lot of the old people I know are dumb. They just are old people because they happened to have been born before I was. That does not make them smarter. To get a little personal.
Oh, you gonna talk about what happened right before the stream?
Yes. To get a little personal, my mom is a mess of a person. And in an argument with me today, I'm not sure if she blocked me or just turned her phone off. I think she just turned her phone off. Oh, hey, look, it's Tartuk. Or Tartuccio. What is with this disguise, Tartuccio?
Kill you.
I'm not gonna bother with. I don't think we need to fight. Let's resolve this peacefully. Fuck this dude. He wants to kill me. I'm gonna kill him. Wanna be alive. I am alive. Alive, I tell you. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of kobolds. Probably get them all with this burning hands. Octavia, you know what you need to do. Need to enlarge the barbarian, as it were.
Yeah, she's gonna enlarge the barbarian, alright.
And you know what? We're gonna start with a bless from you. Anyway, so as I was saying, my mother claims to be in the hospital right now with a god damn. Oh my god. That was disgusting what that burning hands just did. I mean, I ain't mad about it. But fuck. As I was saying. Oh shit. He fucked up our cleric. Woo. we still won that pretty decisively. So anyway, my mother is the kind of person who blames all of her problems
On you.
on other people.
Mainly you.
Lately, mainly me, because I'm not on her side anymore. You know, like I'm not like her. I'm just not down to believe her anymore, and that makes her super angry. So in a string of things that didn't make very much sense at times, she accused me of being on drugs. And I thought that was hysterical because I know her history with drugs. And the level of projection and...
Because everything your mother accuses you of is the stuff she does to you.
Oh, totally. Like, that ain't even...
Up for debate.
That's not even up for debate. But what's funny about that is that the way that she goes about things, like, yeah, no, she projects and she gaslights. Yeah, she said that I was on drugs, and I'm over here. I told her straight up, I was like, I'm an incredibly sober person because I know what drugs do to you. You're the reason that I don't do anything other than have a drink once a week. Like, it was amazing. She doesn't watch this channel, and I haven't given her name. So there's no slander or libel going on here. And if anyone wants the receipts, I got them. They are phenomenal. Okay, she's got a tower shield. She doesn't have a shield. He should maybe
Also,
have a shield.
The things that your mother will admit to doing and acting like it's not a problem.
The things that she will admit to when she's mad are
hysterical.
Really funny. Because she's all like, well, your aunt thinks that you're on drugs. That's what she told me. And I was like, that same aunt told me that you beat the shit out of her and pushed her down the stairs while laughing. And that when I lived with you, I ate out of the garbage can. Are you really sure you want to lean on her as your backup? You want her to be the one who confirms your story? Are you sure?
And then she straight up
admitted to beating the shit out of her and stuff. And I'm like, wow.
It's like the fact that she admits to it.
The fact that she admits to it. She is just a bonkers person, you know? And it would be really funny if it wasn't just a sad part of my life. What am I supposed to do now that I've killed him? A bitter rival. Tell Creston of Tartuccio's fate, decide the fate of the relics. As for our own sakes. I'm gonna give them their shit back. I think, okay, if I'm made king of these lands, right, and I brought peace to these two little races, if there's ever a huge problem, I think I'll be able to call on them. They'll recognize my strength and my leadership. And they'll be like, this is the guy. This is the guy that saw that someone was trying to trick us and make us go to war with each other after so many years of peace. This is the guy who was like, wait, let me solve your problem for you. They'll trust me. Meet Bada, Queen of the Mites, and Sootscales, Chief of the Kobolds. They look askance at each other, their rage barely suppressed, but they do not attack. You promise find truth? Open it soon, you find shaman? Haven't found Tardik, must run away with the Sycamore Branch. Deceive everyone, as he who stole the Sycamore Branch from the Kobolds to make war with the Mites. He attacked me and he was killed. Now I possess both sacred branches. Treacherous! Treason! I know, purple-hide traitor. Lawful good requires chaotic. Well, I'm not chaotic. Too should have been dealt with. It's time I deal with you. No. Lawful good, give both branches to their owners. Now that you know the truth, you must give up this needless feud and live together in peace once more. The true aggressor here has received his just punishment. His eyes are full of sorrow. Much blood is shed. Not easy to forget, but we struggle. No might do evil deeds again. You friend, welcome guest always. Hell yeah. She is not the brightest cookie in the crayon box. This is true. She is not the sharpest bulb in the shed. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, she used to be so smart and so clever. Just years of very bad decisions have turned her into a bitter, twisted person who's just a shell of her former self. I was a little emotional last night when I was talking to her too, and when she first, I thought maybe she blocked me, but I said it anyway just in case she hadn't. I told her straight up, I was like, I wish you were the person I thought you were when I was 7 years old. Because she's just not that person. And I wish she was, because that person was way better than who she really is. Was much death, hard forget bad blood. But I wise queen, find another way. No kill kobold no more. Allah, you brave and fair, be our guest precious now always. Amazing, you managed to get them to reconcile. Good work, I thought a fight was inevitable. You know, looks like you may yet become a worthy ruler of this realm. You damn right. You damn Skippy. It is a burn, and I meant it. Like, I really meant it. And I was kind of hurting when I said it. Because I was mad.
I think we all kind of wish that our parents were who we thought they were when we were 7.
Yeah.
Because that's when we still...
That's when a lot of us are still like, we have good parents, you know?
Yeah.
So we'd like to think of our parents as good people. We'd like to think of our parents as people worthy of being looked up to. And I had that for a long time. It wasn't until a few years ago that things changed. When she kicked me while I was down, that I realized she's not a good person and she's not on my side the way I'm on her side. And she is gaslighting to the extreme, trying to tell me that things are different than how I remember and all this other stuff. I'm like, you can't even keep your own timeline straight. Because she can't. She really cannot. Trying to tell me, no, it was like this. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was not.
You're like, it wasn't because that was like 2 years later. So
she's trying to blame stuff that I'm like mad about on a person that wasn't in the picture for another 2 years. Oh, look.
But yes,
No.
BoomJam has gone through some very nice emotional growth in the last 24 hours, at least in my opinion. So I'm very happy.
I don't think I've changed much in the last 24 hours.
I think that you have, like, really come to some deep realizations.
Oh, no, there's no realizations. It was just... Those are all things I was already thinking and knew. It's just a matter of letting it out.
Yeah.
You know? Letting it out in her general direction.
Yeah.
Damn it, Tartuccio's alive again.
You finally decided, instead of keeping it in and letting it fester inside you, you finally just let it out.
Yeah. Although I did actually get a really fun burn in, because she kept messaging me, and I would keep just ignoring it, and not reading her messages till like late at night. And she'd always be like, "What? So you're ignoring me now?" And I wouldn't say anything. But this time I was just like, after I got her good and riled up, I was like, isn't this so much better than me ignoring you? Isn't this just better? It's like, this is what you wanted, right? Oh, god damn it, it's the frogs. fuck am I? I just want to be quit of this dungeon. We're going to get back to Oleg's trading post. We're going to call that an episode, and we will be back tomorrow because I do not work tomorrow. Like, at all. There are two. I thought that said two kinds of Jesus. I was like, there's only one kind of Jesus that ruler must address. Boring ones and amusing ones. The bright side is you have servants and advisor to handle the boring problems. Lander Lebetta. I mean, there are two kinds of Jesus. There's the one that actually was written about in the Bible, and then there's the one that conservatives talk about. And those are two very different men. Not to get too political on this show, but Jesus was a commie. Real Jesus was a commie. Or at the very least a socialist. But probably a commie. Tell your sister she has my condolences, because it sucks. And I know how she feels if that's the case, because it's awful. It's like the first 20 some odd years I was totally on her side, and then I told her one thing she didn't want to hear, and she was like kicking me while I'm down. Yeah, like I said, Jesus was either a commie or a socialist, depending on how you look at it. Probably just a socialist, because the point is, Jesus was like fine with paying taxes, you know. He even specifically said when someone tried to trap him, he's like, you know, pay Caesar what is due Caesar. So pay your taxes, folks. Also help the poor. I don't think that you can be an honest Christian and be against taxes going to things like welfare and healthcare. You can't be an honest Christian and be against those things. But, again, we're not here to get too political or religious. Oh, hey, is the fog gone? Wizzy wham wham wazzle. Do not bark at me.
No barking at me either.
Don't bark. Boy. Look at this boy. He thinks he's so bubbly butter. Well, guess what? He's actually a bubbly boy. Pain in the ass is what he is. I love him. Make no mistake. I love this dog. I love him so much. He just irritates the shit out of me. So much. Damn, Lindsay. Calling her on her shit. Everyone knows that Jesus voted for Ronald Reagan. You know what? Let's go to Fangberry Cave. Let's just do it. Let's just go. It'd be fun. Let's just enter the location. Let's just do it.
I love that Sarah's still walking around all, like, are you okay?
Yes, my arm just hurts. She's still walking around all guilty.
Yeah.
Well, good, because she fucking knows what she did. She has better long-term memory than Pooter.
Let me see your other one.
Why?
This looks a little swollen.
That might be. I did get a shot there. Or it could be them games.
Does it hurt?
When you touch it?
Yes.
No.
Okay. It feels a little tense, so you might be like a tiny bit swollen.
Or gains.
That's why I said, let me see the other side and see.
Well, the other side's all the way over here.
Lay back.
characters are fatigued, yes, they'll begin resting. Okay, so I've got a cop and an anarchist. I mean, like a good cop, and she's a good cop because cops pretty much protect the power structure, and I am the power structure, and I'm a pretty good guy. So, therefore, a good cop.
What are you doing, you weird-ass dog?
He's licking him toes. Probably full of tasty giblets, like his own pee and poop. Whatever else he stepped in. Filthy dog.
I need to give the dog a bath.
I love this dog.
I was gonna say, yeah, like we've said it a dozen times, make no mistake, we love him. He's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, he dumb as shit. This is a dumbass goddamn dog. But I do love him. Oh, no voice acting from her today. This dark hour had not dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blights me, but you appeared and brought hope along with you. Strength of the fog fading, I am able to show you the way to Staglord's fortress. Please go there, slay your enemy before he can strike another blow. Staglord's fort revealed. What happens after the defeat to Staglord? Will I ever see you again? And you would like to see me again? Then yes, of course. I'll come to you once the tormentor's gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show you the true beauty of these lands, the meadows, the flowers. Will you help me in the battle? I cannot. My power is hardly enough to make a slight tear through the veil of fog. Keeping the way open for you is all I can do to help. You can count on me. I'll deal with the Stag Lord myself. The words resonate inside my soul. Now I can see that I chose the right person, worthy to hear my pleas. Should you lose, my heart will stop with yours. But should you win, the sun shall rise once more over these lands. In its rays, in the ring dance of blooming life, we shall meet again. I leave you a small gift, a token of hope and the reward that awaits you through all these hardships. Farewell. No, take care.
That was only worth 72 experience.
Just talking? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought, like, the
No.
shit she was sending you to do.
No. That's the reward I got for talking to her. Resonate inside my soul. What did I say? No one will ever harm you anymore. No one will ever harm you again would have been more correct, but whatever. Show me your wares, Oleg. Give me your shoppy. Give me your shoppy bits. Want to see them bits?
You see my bits.
Shut the hell up.
Dog, go to sleep. See what happens when you're a bad boy.
Did you learn anything, Pooter?
His face is all crusty. That's the one bad thing is I put them outside and I forgot to give him water outside.
Ah.
So his face is all crusty where he was doing. This dog is dense.
Yeah, I know. I feel him pressed up against me.
Well, he sleeps pressed up against me, so...
No, he doesn't. Sleeps under my legs.
I don't know what happens once I'm asleep. Except for the fact that he sat on my back and put his paws on your nuts the other day.
Yep. Nope. Stood straight on my nuts. Dickhead. Scythe +1.
No. Don't lick your paws. At least not on my blanket. If you're gonna do that, sit on the floor.
Yeah, everything about him is like super acidic. His spit, his pee.
But it's also just, I don't want my blanket to get wet.
Well, yeah, obviously. I don't want mine wet either.
Now. I'll make you sit on the floor.
Just do it. If him want to lick himself, he can sit on the floor.
Off the bed.
Go on. Go on, off.
Come on.
You'll find no sympathy from me, boy.
Keep snapping at me. I'll keep whacking you on the nose. Off the bed. You can lick yourself on the floor.
On the floor, sir. You have been a super piece of shit today.
Sit. Lay down. Lay down.
Making so much money by sheer volume.
Hi. What are you doing?
What you doing, Pooter? What you planning? Just gonna sell the golden toad. Not like I need it.
And it's worth like almost $300, so.
Okay, so the nymph's gift in this case was a necklace that'll give me +2 AC. Well, against ranged. I'll take it. No more bags of holding. Breastplate +1. Full plate +1. I'm not actually sure that would increase her AC, quite frankly. Alright, deal. I need to play Shantae.
The stupid gnat got in our room.
The window was open for a bit. I mean, yesterday, but still. Gnats aren't exactly mayflies. Alrighty. Well, that's all for now, folks. I will catch you all next time.